Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Breph, and welcome to another challenge video. Today, I'm asking the question, can you beat Pokémon Diamond with only a Clamperl? Clamperl is not actually the worst Pokémon ever. I mean, it isn't great, but stats wise, it's not bad for these challenges, with 64 in attack, 74 in special attack, and 85 in defense. The downside to this? Clamperl learns exactly 0 moves. Yep. No moves by level up. Nothing. Zilch. Nada. Oh, great. I can see this being nasty, especially in the early part of the game. The lack of moves is going to hurt hard. Luckily, in Diamond we get access to hidden power early on. Something like grass, fire or electric would be amazing, but knowing my luck it'll probably stick to being water type. Anyway, on to the rules. As per usual, Clamperl only in battle, full HM compatibility is turned on, so we'll only need a few others. No items in battle except for held items, and of course, it should go without saying that TM usage will be essential here. Right, that said, let's do this thing. The game starts and we choose the male character, naming ourselves something highly inventive like Breph. We get to name our rival and we name him Jay after ImpurestJay, who commented asking for this challenge video. Thank you so much for the support, Jay, and I do hope you enjoy. As always, a bunch of shit happens and we head with Jay to the lakefront where we get confronted by a pair of birds. We find that Clamperl has somehow made its way into the briefcase in place of Piplup, and we choose that one. Finishing the fight, we bump into Professor Rowan again and head into the Sandgem lab, being allowed to keep our Clamperl and nicknaming her Shelly. Get it? Because she's an oyster or a shell. These jokes, man. They're getting too advanced even for me. I was planning on doing some form of joke based around a political vote in the UK, but if anyone can decipher where my vote went, comment down below and make sure to include your workings for an extra mark on this exam. For those who don't know, I'm writing this script on Thursday night with the general election results going on in the background. Anyway, politics aside, let's take back control of this video. We head back up to Jubilife and speak to a few clowns, getting ourselves the Pokétch. Heading into Auberg, we meet Rourke in the mine where he tries to intimidate us, saying something along the lines of it's time for common sense because we can't win, but he clearly doesn't know the truth of it because our little water type completely overpowers each and every one of his rock type Pokemon, and we've earned our first badge. Doubling back on ourselves, we get to encounter a couple of Galactic grunts pestering the Professor and Dawn with some propaganda or whatnot, forcing Dawn and I to fight them and sending them packing. On the way, dropping all of their flyers littered with the slogan, "You can only be sure with the Galactics." Ignoring them, we head on up to the Valley Windworks to fight Commander Mars. He takes me a few attempts and does cause me to go for a very short grind, mainly because I was too busy dodging the toxic damage and didn't want to worry about it. Eventually, we win, and he runs away muttering something about the challenge of our times and sulking away with his tail between his legs. The next moves forward, through the forest and onto the second gym, Gardenia. There were a few fights in this game that I wasn't particularly fond of, and this was one of them. Yeah, I was right as well, because up until this point, we haven't had access to a move or TM that could possibly help us with this one. Except for hidden power. So, let's begin testing. I'll cut a long story short. It's not very effective on Geodude, it's super effective on Cherubi, and it's not very effective against Boizel. Are you thinking what we're thinking? Do my eyes deceive me? Is this hidden power fire? I do believe it is, and this changes everything. We finally get some type coverage against grass types. Oh, and what type is the second gym? Oh yeah, grass type. At level 30, and aided by hidden power, we challenge Gardenia. We still do struggle somewhat, and it took us a few attempts, but boy oh boy did we dodge a huge grind with this win. Thank God for that. The next task for us is to rescue the bike shop dude from Commander Jupiter. Her team caused me a couple of retries, but mainly due to something I did wrong, like not pay attention or accidentally press the wrong button because I'm a twat. Anyway, after this, we have to fight Maylene. Her fighting type team isn't too much of an issue, and Hidden Power Fire definitely made taking down Lucario a lot easier. Either way, the hardest thing about this gym was actually getting to the leader. Next in line for a pounding is Crusher Wake. Shelly really doesn't have any sort of issues in this gym, and it's somewhat simple. It's strange that this wasn't so hard. After interacting with a shady looking guy outside the Great Marsh, he panics, running away and screaming something about getting the job done and unleashing Sinnoh's potential, or whatnot. Well, we shrug that off and spray some happy mist over a few ducks and head up to see some old woman next to a painting. Shrugging that off, we head over towards the next challenge. Hearthome City's gym, Fantina. This was actually a pain. I hated this gym fight. We lost a few times, leveled up a few times, and finally managed to win. I hated it so much, I can't even bring myself to talk about details with it. The next challenge wasn't actually a challenge because it was Byron, the steel type user. Luckily for us, the bulk of his team is weak to water. Steelix was the one I was torn on, because initially I was keen to go for Hidden Power Fire to melt the steel, but there was Surf, and being a powerful stab special attack on a Pokemon with better special attack, well, let's just say that by deciding to vote for Surf, it was a vote for change. And it turns out it was a good change, because we're walking out of there and make a decision to save some time later on. Instead of doing what we're supposed to be doing, we head to the snowy city of Snowpoint. Candace's gym was particularly easy given Hidden Power and Stab Surf, etc. I mainly decided that I wanted to shut this off to make life easier down the line. Negotiating our way there is always a pain, and I set myself the goal of beating Candace before I went to bed, so I made it easier, and go to bed I definitely did. Off the back of a good and totally unbroken night's sleep that wasn't caused by having gone back to stay with family for the Christmas holidays and having a possessive and clingy dog want to lay on your pillow at 3 AM. And just by the way, for anyone wondering how I could be annoyed with a cute little ball of fluff wanting to stay with me, he's a Labrador who wanted to lay on my head. Refreshed and restored from that beautifully weighty experience, we head off to the lakefront, where we encounter Commander Mars yet again, who, upon defeat, sends us in the direction of Lake Acuity, where Jay stands, his jaw well and truly spun, unable to do anything but whimper and shy away. Naturally, being the protagonist, we get to play superhero and head deep into the HQ of the pathetic Team Galactic in order to secure the best future for Sinnoh. Well, at the top of the building, we encounter Cyrus, leader of the Galactic Party. He spouts a large amount of propaganda at us, telling us that in order to enact change, you need strong leadership, a clear economic plan, and a brighter, more secure future will be achievable. We explain to him that we hope a better life can be achieved through the power of kindness and love, shortly before enacting violence against him and destroying his entire team. He shrugs it off as another loss on the campaign trail, stares at his feet and mumbles something about us not just hoping for a better life, but voting for one. We release the 3 lake Pokemon and head up to the spire of Mount Coronet, where we witness the summoning of Dialga. It took me a good number of resets because I was stubborn and determined to catch it in a regular Pokeball because, why not? Eventually we managed to do it, and we move on, and Volkner is all that stands between us and the Elite Four. He proved a bit less of a challenge than I expected him to. His team was strong and stable, but ultimately he fell before the might of Clamperl. With that, and all the badges collected, we head through Victory Road and arrive at the Pokemon League. Before we go any further, there are a few things I decide to do. In preparation for this task, I first fly back to Jubilife and collect the Quick Claw that can be found there. Naturally, Shelly is lacking in speed, so with the help of this, if needed, she can go from sluggish Shelly to speedy Shelly. Last thing I chose to do is head over to the game corner, buy 10,000 coins and use that to buy Ice Beam. Our final move is complete and we can begin. Well, scratch that. I have doubts that Shelly is capable of doing this right now, even at level 89. We lack all kinds of speed, all kinds of attack power, so I make the executive decision to do the not so patented technique of Elite 4 grinding. Well, guess what? We get pretty far, and pretty consistently too. In fact, on every single attempt we had, we managed to make it right to the end of the Elite 4, to Lucian. We did have a number of issues here. Firstly, we are outsped by Mr. Mime, and at this level, Thunderbolt is a 2-hit knockout. Secondly, even if we get through that, Alakazam outspeeds us, and Energy Ball can one-shot us from full health. Damn. Well, we keep going. Each run through the league, we gain a couple of levels. Each time I hit Lucian, I try a new strategy. Quick Claw, Citrus Berry, Icicle Plate, nothing is working. Eventually, we end up hitting max level. Aaron never caused me a problem, even at level 89. And to be honest, neither really did Bertha. The Icicle Plate may have helped us, I don't really know because she was so easy all the way through as well. Flint and, well, fire and water don't mix, so yeah, we never really had a problem. Lucian was still an issue, and I decided early on to settle on the Quick Claw strategy for this fight. It still took a good few tries, but for some reason now, once we hit level 100, Alakazam opts to try Focus Blast instead of Energy Ball. Strange, but I'm not going to complain, because although it took us a while, we did manage to get through. Finally, up last is the final hurdle, Champion Cynthia. Does it take me a few attempts? Yeah. How many? I lost count. Was it fun? No, not really. My strategy? Win at all costs. I decided to re-equip the Icicle Plate again, mainly because Ice Beam is definitely going to help us get past Roserade and Garchomp. Well, the bad news for this video is I'm tired. I've been up all night watching the election results. The good news, we won. I won. In more ways than one. With the conclusion of this battle, this script and this poxy election, I can finally celebrate a win. Well, actually, 2 wins. A win for the end of this challenge, and a win for finally being able to go to my bed. At the start of this challenge, I asked a question on behalf of ImpurestJay. Can you beat Pokémon Diamond with only a Clamperl? The answer? Yes. Surprisingly to me, you can indeed. I guess it goes to show that even when written off, the Blues can still pull out a shock victory. And yes, that is a political reference. I guess I should say congratulations to Boris Johnson on the election victory. I'm gonna say congratulations to Jay for suggesting a pretty good challenge. And congratulations to you who's watching this, for finally making it to the end. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more content like this. Comment down below if you can work out where my vote went, along with any future challenges you might like to see me take on at some point. And please, join me in the next one, where I ask the question, can you beat Pokémon Emerald with only a Mareep? Have a great day guys, and I'll see you in the next one.